Hello there, it's RatDog88, and we're doing another episode of our Let's Play Stainless Steel with the SHIP mod in version 0.98 as Novgorod. Last episode, I almost completely bungled a siege for our newest town here, Kolivan. It's a learning process. We'll get better, hopefully. And, yeah, so we have Kolivan. Like I said, almost completely bungled it. Our army is pretty wrecked, so let's see if we can retrain anything. We cannot. It's alright. What do we want to get started here? How's our settlement looking? Okay, we got plenty of growth. Public order's pretty rough. A lot of corruption on the income. A lot of pagan religion here, so before I forget,
how may I serve?
the bishops over here start
Reaching until
Orthodox
morning,
conversions. We got 100 road, farming, probably farming just because it's cheaper. It's 20 turns. Either way, it's going to be a long time. So let's do some farming. Here in Pluskov, still going 1 turn for the monastic enclosure, 2 turns for the quarries there. So I think we are definitely going to come down here, but I do need to get an army going, because these is not going to be able to take that army. What do we got? Okay, got a few here. I can move, right, I can move. Public order's good. I don't want to move him out by himself because it's going to incur a lot of financial income penalties. So what we're going to do
Orders, my lord.
Bring over a general from here and
We
kind
go
of
no
ferry
further this
over.
day, my lord.
They are expensive up front, but cheap. So I think we will get a javeliner. Woodsman is kind of the same. We go another one and completely bankrupts us, or do we go some shield for some holding? Or do we go nothing and save? What's our income? Income is about 1,000 projected. I think we're just going to end it. Before we do, where is my spy?
Yes.
Move the spy down
Moving
here.
into position
There's Lithuania.
until morning, Lord.
Hopefully they don't
Let's
declare
leave each
on
other
me.
be. Yes? I have not been sent here to
That
speak.
would be awkward. I'm gonna end the turn. I do think I want to clear out the rest of the rebels before I go. I think my first main target is going to be Lithuania. Okay, they're moving away. That's good. There is the rebels to the south of us. They have that huge army that I'm actually a little terrified of. Okay. This is another historical event. So, Kundahala was a medieval Viking settlement in southern Bohuslän, maybe Bohemia. According to Snorri Sturluson, Kohela was the location of 2 important royal summits to conclude peace between Sweden and Norway. Gotcha. Konghella appears in writings by English chronicle Orderic Vitalis, who named the city as one of 6 Norwegian civitas during August 1135. The city was attacked and sacked by Pomeranians. After the destruction of the city was moved to a site slightly to the west of the original site. Snorri Sturluson, writing a century later, said that Kohela never completely recovered. The city was a center of royal authority during the early Middle Ages and especially the 13th century, when it was the Norwegian kingdom's southernmost outpost. At the time, the fort on, oh my god, Ragnhildsalem and a Frisian monastery were constructed at the site, while Castella Kloster Monastery was rebuilt. In-game, the military potential of Norway increases in the wake of outrage and mobilization of the elites. The recruitment of spiritual militias enabled in Scandinavian towns. Cool. So a historical event um, into gameplay is really cool to see. Got a mission failed, right? Couldn't talk to Lithuania. Faction. Good governor. 10% income from trade plus 2 finance. Who were those guys? Okay, him was one of them.
Yes.
Who was the other one? Not sure. Got the monastic enclosure complete. Good. Improvement. Good.
Yes,
Finish
Lord.
over here. I'm not gonna move him back to Pliskov right away. I'm gonna recruit a couple more guys and then move them all over at once, I think. You can't recruit. You can retrain. We'll do that. Okay, finish the monastic order. We do need some growth here. So we do have at least 50% orthodoxy. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Religious conversion 1. Get a brothel. Or just go farms. I think we're gonna need the farms for food production and growth. So I think that's gonna be what we do. It's gonna tap our money for the churn, but I think that's okay.
Sire,
We'll continue moving the
Moving
spy
quietly.
down. Good lord, this army. This is gonna be a painful army to fight, I feel.
God's servant.
Move them a little
As you
closer and enter. So yeah, I'm gonna go for the rebels to the south. I believe there's a rebel encampment kind of to the north of Kolovan. I will probably try to capture that before declaring probably Lithuania. Okay, tribute and other policy buildings. Some settlements begin the game with a tribute building. It gives additional growth of population and some happiness to this very settlement, but it has a very bad impact on growth and even worse on happiness in every other settlement of the faction. Wise ruler would build this in settlements alternate buildings conductive for growth and happiness and dismantle the tribute building once the time is right. This gets more important as he converts more provinces, since the benefits of the buildings would stay the same while the adverse effects impact on each newly conquered settlement. Note that the tribute buildings are one of 4 policy-type buildings in the ship, together with landowners, local autonomy, and gallows. These buildings may be temporary or de facto permanent. It all depends on the player. Take rebel settlement Turku. Ah, that is that settlement up there. Okay. So since we have that, I might take the army to go there before going to Polotosk. Okay. Trade increase, somewhat senile. Ah. Yeah, he must be
Orders, my
old.
lord.
Yep, 62. So as your commanders and governors grow older, their military and administrative qualities can decrease and not make very good generals. Quarries are done in Novgorod. Great. Retraining is done. Can I retrain the other one? I cannot. Okay. So with this in mind, I'm actually going to
Yes.
congregate over Novgorod. I think so. I'm going to ferry
We
them
move
from
onward
Moskov
tomorrow.
to Novgorod. I think is the what we're going to do there. Gallows, right. This is all really expensive. Really expensive. So I don't think we're going to do that. I think we got more squalor there, which is unfortunate. Bunch of governor's influence, it's good. Okay, so what can we recruit here? Chuddies are again really expensive up front, but really cheap as an upkeep. Oh, senior militia is really good, but expensive. And then the middle ground here. chuddy. And probably a junior militia. I can't move all the garrison out, unfortunately. Okay. So I want to take the archers for sure, and probably... How much can I take here? Not much at all. Okay. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to move this out.
Men,
Stick this
march!
there.
Combining troops. Yes.
Okay.
Joining forces.
So I have the one being recruited there, so that should be good.
Orders,
Then
my
come
lord.
back over here. Grab everything here, plus the chuddy, and probably go up. How much time do we have on this? 15 turns. Oh, we got plenty of time. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Get closer
Very
here.
good, lord.
Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy, oh boy. That's a lot of archer. That's just a lot of units. That's gonna be painful.
Yes.
Enter. Really need to get another diplomat to get some trade going. I think we're honestly gonna have to wait for one of our female family members to come of age to be a diplomat, and then not marry her off right away. I think is probably what we're gonna have to do. Okay, mind your losses in battles. In SHIP, the recruitment pools are refilled very slowly. Unlike in other Total War games, there is no automatic regeneration, right? You have to retrain. The battles are usually bloody. The units do not flee easily, so that you can win through catching prisoners. Furthermore, the doctor abilities of your generals are very limited. Most of the troops that were lost during battles will not be healed afterward. For both players and AI factions. If you kill many enemies during a battle, they will not be healed for the AI. Again, the special abilities for the AI heal after a victorious battle that exist in some other mods are disabled. This means that money is not everything one needs for war. Manpower is also a very scarce resource. Yep. Minimize losses in battlefield. Unit descriptions may be accurate. Right. We are at a technical decrease in profit there. We must have gotten some money. Hostilities, right.
Orders, my lord.
Here.
Forward.
Yep, these guys
Orders, my
should
king.
be able to. Yep.
Of course. Forming one force.
Is that going to be enough to take out?
Sire.
Should probably bring my
Moving
spy
into
up.
position. Continuing on tomorrow.
Okay. Do I keep recruiting? We are still projected a profit next turn. Get another chuddy. Do I save up and go for a building of some sort? Ooh, boy, these are expensive. It's public order, negative, a little bit of income, library. Well, since I want to go for this fort eventually, I think we need to continue to recruit. So I think we're going to go chuddy. Turn again. So yeah, SHIP, stainless steel, especially with SHIP, is a very slow burn of a game. It is not, especially like modern Total Wars, that you just go. What do we got? Lithuania diplomacy. Okay. What do we got?
Greetings.
Trade rights.
I
Yeah,
come
I'll
bearing
take trade
word
rights.
for
With extra money.
Goodbye.
Um,
We look forward to our
But
next
yes,
meeting.
so it's a very slow burn. You're not going to be expanding nearly as quickly as you would in moderns. The crown system, yep. Middle Age is the main factor preventing rulers from creating large armies. Was the disloyalty of nobles. The This phenomenon is reflected in ship gameplay. A faction leader may acquire a crown, thereby giving him increased authority. The crown gives both direct benefits for the king and also benefits general's loyalty in an indirect way. It is penalties associated with the distance to your capital are reduced when you have the crowned faction leader. Plotters and usurpers are also less likely to appear. Right. As a result, a good mid-game goal for the players to attain the faction's crown. Furthermore, and may be the most important, the provinces exist additional unrest if the king is uncrowned. Home province is 5%, conquered province is 10%. So that's why Kolovan has such high unrest, is partly because of this. There is an easier way to have your rule crowned, namely having the trait strong legacy from his father. In this case, when the king's heir ascends the throne, he may be crowned even if he does not have sufficient personal qualities. Interesting. The Knights Hospitalier are organized, having its roots in the Levant, the lands around Jerusalem. The Order of the Knights Hospitalier is looking to expand its operations. The chapter houses of the Hospitalier Order can be built from now on, increasing the health of settlements. Presence of these such men will bring other benefits as well. Cool. Cool. Commercial conquest, more finance, beyond battle. Yeah, he's pretty much worthless. Whew, yeah. Yep. I think his soldiering days are done.
Yes, Lord.
Okay. Where is spy?
Yes. Very good, Lord.
Move over.
Until morning, Lord.
Yes.
Move up.
Of course.
Okay. We keep recruiting. Are still projected because we got a little bit more trade income. Max out our recruitment here in Pleskov. I think we do. Woodsmen are okay. You know, some flanker units. I really need to check what provinces we actually need to crown. I'm pretty sure it's everything we have. The Rebel province to the north, the Rebel province to the south. Maybe some of Lithuania's territory, and probably some of Russia's territory too. Ministerial offices. The ministerial office's mechanics is designed for higher campaign difficulties. Right. Your faction leader has gained the trait. Office Granter. With this trait, he has the ability to create and distribute offices to your generals and governors, increasing their loyalty, as well as providing them with specific benefits. Office is an ancillary acquired by the faction leader and passed on through manual swapping to a general. Each faction has access up to 8 offices. Only 3 are available from the beginning of the game. The rest will appear over the 200 years of your campaign. They will show up at the faction leader's disposal if he ends his move in a settlement with the right infrastructure, i.e. a drill square for the office of a marshal, a library for treasurer, council chamber for privy seal. Note the names may differ based on faction. For most of the other offices, as a university is required, and sometimes another relevant building as well. In order to create new offices for distribution, the faction leader must also be in the right physiological shape, neither senile nor mad, right? An office provides significant and specialized benefits to the holder of the office. Some offices are of military nature, some are administrative. More importantly, however, is the longer-term impact that officers have on acquiring certain traits, and the additional loyalty offices give, sometimes indisputable in large kingdoms. Note that just one office is enough to provide such an effect. The best strategy for the player is to therefore keep one office per general. It is also worth noting that the faction leader does not gain anything from keeping an office himself. On the contrary, he loses some authority for being an office monger. Lastly, holding an office will change the psychology of a general who receives it, and not always for the better. Okay. So we need to get some buildings going for offices. Commercial Conqueror. Who is this guy? Oh, it's one of my merchants. Gotcha. How are my merchants doing? 543, 2170. Yeah, this guy's a literal gold mine. Wasn't trained, right.
Continuing on.
Moving.
I shall rest until morning.
Oh, that is not what I wanted to do. Not what wanted to do, so
Tomorrow's
we need to go
journey
back
awaits.
there.
Sire,
Whoops.
moving quietly.
That's gonna hurt the
Until-
income.
Yes, Lord. Men, march.
I need to...
Ready to trade.
That's bad.
I shall rest until morning.
That actually affects... Yeah, we're still positive somehow. Good lord. Okay. Okay, so there was council chambers. Was one of the offices. Ooh, look at that public order. Wow, 20% public order. Not that I need public order here. I need growth here. What can I do for growth? Roads, food production, yeah. Public order for gallows, but minus population. Okay. Alright. Leather armor, Orthodox Abbey. Wow, that's a lot of... Neighbors, recruitment priests, okay. Tavern. Recruitment of spy and assassin. I need to remember that. Water conductor, what's this? Public health. Port. Not seeing... Ah, there's some population growth. But minus public order. Okay, we do get a merchant. Library. So we are 125%. We have a little bit of leeway. So if we go, what was it? Fairground, get some population growth. Need almost 6K. Maybe a couple turns. Maybe a couple turns. Okay, remember to move my merchant back down. Hopefully when we get the outpost to the north, the rebel outpost to the north, that'll help our profits too. Hopefully I don't bungle this siege like I did the last one. That was not good. Speaking of which, I need to check to see if that other unit in Kolovov can be retrained. Provincial titles. I think it's cool how like every turn they drip feed you information on the mod. So some of your generals have recently gained ancillaries called provincial titles: Duke of, Emir of, Dew of, etc. These marks of office provide your men with specific benefits. It is wise to make sure each governor possesses the title that fits the role you have it for. A provincial title reflects your faction leader has entrusted a noble with its management of a particular province. Your noble will gain benefits from certain rights directly related to that title, from the heightened perception in the eyes of his peers, from access to people engaged in the management of the province, ancillaries, and from the land holdings and other money-providing entities in the province. There is always one title per province and is gained when a general ends his move in the settlement of a province and does not yet have a title. Note also that since there is only one title per province, a general can only gain a certain province's title if that is not yet possessed by any other general. Titles are transferable from general to general, swapping of ancillaries. In general, each general, that's okay, should have at most only one title, as having more of them would represent a wasted opportunity for others. The ship team suggests that all players strictly enforce a house rule of one title per general. Right. If a general loses his title, he has one, the player transfers it to another general and does not replace a title with another one, will receive stripped to -2 loyalty lasting for 5 years. Ouch. Then if the general later acquires a new title, and again, yep, lasts until death. No more martial law in Kolovov. It has been 2 years. Your realm has expanded to yet another settlement, that one called Kolovov, by some of its cities, since it became a normal part of your kingdom. From now on, there will be no martial law there, and the unrest of the burghers will swing in the same manner as the other parts of your realm. Be aware, though, that this settlement will stay defiant to your rule for a long time. Indeed, it will take decades for the people to get accustomed to the narratives of your house and to admit your legitimacy. Of course, with a crown king pursuing the protector policy, it will be easier, but not all faction leaders can have those qualities, so watch out. If you manage to keep control of this settlement long enough, after 100 years, oh boy, you'll get information that has been integrated, and the unrest is only a little higher than in the settlement traditional belonging to your faction. All traces of being an alien will disappear 250 years you lose your settlement even to a rebellion, the whole process of integration will have to begin again from scratch. So yeah, playing the long game, very important. Very, very important. Again, this is a senile. Yeah, poor guy. Again, this is a very
Ready to trade.
clearly a very long
Yes, my lord.
goal
Setting
orientation.
up a trade route.
So we should be
Ready
back
to trade.
trading in that.
Yes.
Getting close.
Very good, lord.
How much time do we
No
have?
further
11
today,
turns.
my lord.
Orders, my lord.
Okay.
Of course. Making
How
How
may I
is
say?
orthodoxy is on the rise. We retrain we can. Perfect. How is my public order here? So it did go down a little bit. As you can see, our garrison is still the majority of our here. I really want to move those 2 retrained units, the the 2 chuddies, away into a different army. This guy's
I will make
not
them
long for
fear
this
you.
world. 64. Yeah, he was a genius. Unfit for office. Yeah.
Yes, Lord.
Can we actually do that and get him out of here? I might have to move him out. I think I will. I think I'll move him out with some units, potentially, and go to Pleskov to get him out of governance for Kalava. Okay, and turn. I forget how many turns are in a year. It's either 2 or 4. I think it's 4. But if based on the 250 years, you're looking at 1,000 turns. Might be 2. Might be 500 turns. Either way, that is an insane amount of time to get completely unrest cleared in those provinces. Military education provides a general with valuable skills and has 4 levels of training: soldier, officer, general, and commander-in-chief. The first 2, in certain situations, also the third, can be acquired by teenagers studying castles. The 2 higher levels usually require real military experience in battle, as well as some further study. Note that the main way to get this type of education is by fighting in battles. Any general spending a whole turn in a castle-type settlement can gain military education. Of course, military-minded teenagers would be trained more efficiently, while administrative-minded ones may learn only rudimentary military skills. The higher the level of the castle, the better. The born-to-command or born-conqueror generals may easily gain officer training while in a castle, and in some rare cases may even achieve general training. For various levels of castle development, there are maximum training levels that can be attained. If a general changes officers in a wooden castle, there is no point training him further. Okay, good to know. Unless he has exceptional skills, natural commander, or better. Similarly, in castles, fortresses, and citadels, the maximum level training is general training. Again, unless he has, those traits. These limitations mean that once your general has reached a certain level of training, he might not be able to learn anymore without fighting. In turn, meaning that he is not ready to be sent to war. Note that he may be ready to fight even before he reaches the age of 20. So even if they come of age, it doesn't necessarily mean you want to send those generals directly into battle. Good to know. In general, it is more efficient to train generals in a citadel with many military buildings. This is especially true if the citadel houses a military-oriented guild, ideally master level. The traits of the general's father can also have a significant impact on education and good natural military skills. Positive cognitive traits, smarter, better, and ancillaries like tutor or mentor will further improve the general's ability to learn military skills. On the other hand, being physically or mentally unfit may hinder the general's ability to gain education, right? Once a general matures, he should be sent to war to receive hands-on experience. This will give him additional education, but also prepare him for further studies. If he becomes an aspiring or proven commander, or a great or renowned victor, he can complement his education at a fortress or citadel, spending a few turns there. However, if he's older than 50, or physically or mentally unfit, he will not be able to acquire that education. During his life, any general can learn a thing or 2 from other sources, reading a military book, living in a settlement with a guild. On the other hand, once a general is older than 55, he is likely to begin to forget his training due to old age. Yep, which is what is happening here to Gavril. A jihad was called. Right. Yeah, barely making a profit, but making a profit. traits for, is that our faction heir? Or faction leader? Yep. He's a liar. Okay, retraining complete. Okay, so if I move these two out, is my unrest still good? Unrest is still good. That is not the one that I wanted. I wanted this guy. This guy here.
I will make them fear you.
Chuddy's down here.
We march.
Garrison is still barely able, but still able to control that. I can't really recruit anything because I would be negative profit.
Sire, moving
There
quietly.
is the settlement.
Moving into position.
Decent amount of units that are guarding it.
Yes. Marching
So,
to
looks like
battle
3
with
turns
pride,
get
Lord.
there.
We move onward
we'll
tomorrow.
We will be fine. Again, as long as I don't bungle the siege. I wanted to look at coming of age here. So she's close. Yeah. Okay. So couple more turns, and I'll have a diplomat with her, hopefully. Because I need to get my trade on. How's
God's
50%? That'll help the unrest. Yeah, getting close. Oh, we even got some Islamic here. Very diverse town. No wonder it's having public order issues. And turn. Yeah, so I may have gone a little bit overboard with recruiting since I'm not making any profits really. We seem to, when we took Kolovan, we seem to have stopped the free money, which is fine. The Jihad, right? That was the Crusader states, owns Jerusalem. I will try not to pronounce that because it would be just, yeah. So here's our administration, probably pretty similar to military. Teenagers studying cities, which educational buildings, gifted generals, scholar trade, yeah. School, university, possibly a library, yep. Yeah, it's basically the same thing as the military except for admin. Okay, we got profits there, that's good. Aragorn and Portugal are at war. Caliphate and, yep, the Jihad against the Crusader states.
Yes.
The spy close. What do we got? Just a whole bunch of chuddies and a couple hunters. Okay, that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all.
Orders, my lord.
I don't have the greatest army here, but we should be alright.
Yes, lord. Confronting the enemy.
Okay, so
We go no further this day, my lord.
Fort? No, I wanted the fairground. Yeah, get some income, population growth. Because we're pretty stagnant here. And another merchant will be helpful. Yeah, I think that's what we need to do. It's the build time in that 5 turns. Okay. It's gonna be a while. Right, forgot to move a general. It's okay. I generally don't like auto-moving units at the end turn, just because the more units that are being moved at the end turn, I feel like the higher possibility that a crash happens. I mean, I could be wrong, just could be completely imagining it, but it seems to be the thing. Old generals, right?
Perfect ambush site,
Keep in
lord.
mind that old generals will be much less useful for combat, perhaps a bit later, also for governing provinces, which is happening in Gavril. Makes complete sense. Ooh, that was a good turn. 900. That must be our priest. You got soldier training somehow, and then drill master somehow. Good, cool.
We shall not relent.
Okay,
Ever.
so we got the beginnings of an army here.
Yes, lord. Marching
so we
to
have 8
battle with
turns.
pride, Lord.
I would love to be able to siege this a little bit, just because this comp is not the greatest. Because the hunters are better than the levy archers, and the javelin men, and the chuddy are better than the militiamen. So I would love to siege that down, but we might not have the time for it. Okay, one more turn, we should be able to start the fairgrounds, but we won't have any bank, so I might not do it right away. We can recruit morass scouts. What are these? Really cheap. Militia local. These warriors have javelins and swords. Okay, so they're skirmishers. A lot of missile attack. Wow. We probably don't have the greatest ammo capacity, would be my guess, because that seems really good. Interesting. End of turn. So we'll get another province in Turku, and then have to pull an army together to siege the massive rebel army in the south. Sounded like somebody fought. Interesting. Lithuania fighting somebody, maybe? The Second Lateran Council. The Church has finished another great meeting, rectifying a number of issues that have appeared as a result of the schism within the Church and the appearance of an anti-pope, Antilius II. Oh no! New canon laws have been created, one of which will be particular interest to Knights of Europe. It is now forbidding to host or engage in tournaments and joust and endanger life. In violation of the law of this law is punishable with the deprivation of a Catholic burial. In the military dimension, the council condemned heavy use of the crossbow. This signifies change in technology. This device became widespread. This is probably the time when larger bodies of troops became equipped with it. From now on, the crossbow militia are available in cities in Western Europe. Interesting. So crossbows weren't being used in Western Europe. My test games, Great Council is the 3,000. 8 specials, yeah. Lack of piety, I don't want that. Well, there goes our fairgrounds. That sucks. Enemy is heresy. This man has become known as true enemy of all heretics. Yeah. So he's not one to be messed with. But yes, all of my test campaigns have actually been in Scandinavia or Eastern Europe. I haven't actually done any Western Europe campaigns.
Yes.
Finally start
Yes,
the
Lord.
siege.
Confronting the enemy.
Only 2 rams
Yes.
here.
Surrounding and besieging the settlement.
If they come out and
The
fight,
siege
actually,
is
I think
ongoing, my lord.
I would actually think that would be better than me actually going in and trying to fight that.
How may I serve?
I really wanted to get that fairground going. Oh, my
An
princess
honor,
came
my
of
lord.
age. Nice. Okay. So Lithuania is over here somewhere. Hungary and Poland are the next closest. Let's go over here. Let's see if we can get some map info. One of the Horde factions is over in this area too. Nice, got a diplomat again. That'll help with profits, hopefully with trade once I get her going. I do want to go to Lithuania to try to get map info though, because I like getting map info to see the provinces on the mini map to see what they own. Almost had a crash there, I thought. Don't know if we're going to actually get a battle in this episode. We are getting close to ending it here. Okay, spheres of influence. Taking settlements will usually make your rivals angry. Makes sense. Affect your reputation. However, there are certain provinces that are perceived to be yours. Conquering such provinces is seen as legitimate, and your reputation will not be damaged by such acts. These provinces are highlighted with a darker color in the map of the faction panel. Bear in mind that there are some particular sentiments your conquest may spark the ire of other interested factions. Casus Belli. Be aware that your conquests have political ramifications as well. To this end, it is wise to ally oneself with factions that do not share any claim to the same ancestral... Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Man, this guy is like a god tier. Yeah, full pips of piety. He is a god tier priest. Don't know who that is. Must have been part of the jihad, though. Where is my princess? There she is.
What do you require of me?
Her,
Traveling.
what's the 3 turns? I think I could... What's my timer here? 6 turns. Yeah, I think I can siege them out a bit. I think that's probably the smart thing to do, because their army is technically better than mine. Because Chuddy are better than the junior militia that I have. Hunters are better than the levy and javelins that I have. So I think I gotta wait. Are we completely stagnated? Yeah, we're completely stagnant. I need to get that fairgrounds going. So yeah, it doesn't look like we are gonna be getting a battle this episode, but we will probably start off next episode with a battle. Just again, the ship is definitely a slow burn. Might not be for everybody, and you know, I don't blame you. I do like the longer campaigns. I don't like the fanatic movement as much. It's still fun to a certain degree. Ooh, I don't want to get her married though, because she is my only diplomat. But he is not bad. But yeah, Fog of War. Yeah, we know about Fog of War in games. Basically, it was saying make sure you scout with spies and watchtowers and so on and so forth. Yeah, I really could have used that
lord.
general, but she's my only diplomat.
Yes.
Okay. So next turn, can I get the fairgrounds next turn? 858. Oh, just. I will just be able to get the fairgrounds and then be completely out of money. Don't know if that's going to be the right choice, but I think that's what we're going to go with. 2 turns there. They'll sally out. I still think that's good. 8 turns for the farms. 9 turns for the farms there. Those are back, but I can't because I need my fairgrounds. Because I need to be able to get more pop to get more taxes. Merchant, another merchant. I think that's how that works in ship. I think there's like a increase when you get that instead of just being able to recruit them. Could be wrong though. I haven't played that far in some of my test campaigns. The Kieta in Mawawanaha. Yes. The Kira Kinete Empire was established in the Yelu Dashi, who led nomadic Khitans west by way of Mongolia after the collapse of the Liu dynasty. The Khitans conquered Kashgar, Khotan, and Beshbalak before defeating the Western Khanid Khanate at Kirjand in 1137, eventually leading to the control over the Fergana Valley. However, their warlike ways have been quelled by the wise rulers of the Suljiks, who convinced the Khitans to live and trade peacefully. As a token of this trade relationship, the Suljik Empire gains an increase in King's Purse by 250. Aw, I want free money. Agriculture is essential to provide both population growth and income. These may be increased if the governor of the settlement develops the good farmer trait. To develop this trait, it should be intelligent, possess administration education, time to time increases abilities, provided, and 280 florins of extra income. That's not insignificant. He will also use his knowledge to significantly lower squalor, higher growth, has a monetary, a stable, or a horse breeder. This trait is likely to develop more quickly. Okay. New farms, his ability will instantly increase. Oh, okay, that's cool. Apart from the farmer trait, a general may also be given a provincial title or ministerial offices, providing a further increase to landowner's duties. Certain other ancillaries provide similar benefits as well. However, keep in mind that some traits like cultivated or expensive tastes may be detrimental. Mining and metallurgy. Mines are expensive both in terms of cost of gold and time to build, but they can provide healthy income. In order to get the most out of your mineral-rich lands, you should appoint a governor who is intelligent, right? Some other traits like openness to foreign knowledge or talking to foreigners directly increases. Cool. To sometime managing a settlement with mines, the governor will gain the good miner trait, which provides 50% mining income. Wow. Okay. Cool. Decent. So I don't think we actually got enough to start. Nope, we are just shy. Yep, that's the merchant. Truce. Okay, one more turn. Actually, they might come out this turn. I don't remember if it's at one turn they sally out or if it's two, like, yeah, at 0 they sally out. But I think they'll sally out this turn. And with that in mind, I think I am going to end the episode here and start off the next episode with our battle, our second battle. Hopefully not bungling it nearly as bad as I bungled the first one. And yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed. I know there weren't any battles here, but we learned some good information. Stabilized some of our issues that we were having a little bit. You know, again, SHIP is not a fast conquering, world painting campaign, so again, might not be for everybody, and I recognize that, but I really enjoy it, and I hope you do too. So yeah, I hope to see you again in the next episode, and I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you later.